This is Nathan Bowman with Draper Incorporated. Today I'd like to talk to you about the new and improved motor limit tool for the IntelliFlex I control system. As you can see, there are some aesthetic differences between the current version and the previous versions. One key aspect are the color of the buttons. The new motor limit tool has gray buttons, whereas the previous versions had black. Another key indicator of the new motor limit tool is you have the up and down arrows and the enter button directly under the screen, whereas the previous version had a copy and paste. And in addition to that, on the top of the motor limit tool, it now says to device or network, because we can now plug directly into the device port of an NDC or a network port for easier programming. There are one of three ways that you can connect. You can connect directly to the motor via the 3-foot data cable that comes standard with the motor. You can use a patch cable provided by yourself to plug directly into the device port of an NDC, or you can plug directly into a network port, whichever is most convenient. So now we're going to go over plugging directly into the motor. The screen is going to load, and depending on connecting directly to a motor versus connecting into an NDC, you are going to see a different menu and different menu options, so we'll cover that as well. Okay, so my motor has loaded, and here I can see all of the pertinent motor information. I can see that it is smart motor 1041. I can tell that both limits are set. Its current position is at 0, meaning it is all the way up. I can rename the shade. I can change the polarity, reverse or normal. It shows me the current preset stops. If there are no preset stops, it will show that there are no preset stops. A new feature from the motor limit tool version 3 is you can now set your groups directly from the motor limit tool. You can program all of your groups, your switching, your AV groups, all of your control groups can be programmed directly from the motor limit tool. I highly suggest referencing the IntelliFlex I planning sheet to help capture and document this information as you go along. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and do a factory reset of the motor so we can cover programming it from start to finish with no prior programming involved. So I select factory reset, clear all, and confirm. Our motor is now back to a clean slate, no limits. So we're going to start from scratch here. I'm going to set the limit. So the shade is currently at the position that I would like the upper limit to be. So I'm going to hold the upper limit button, and the screen is going to tell me when to release this. No upper limit, hold 2 seconds to set. Please release the button. My upper limit is now set. Now I want to set my lower limit. I'm going to use the close button to run the shade down. Once it reaches my limit, I will release this button. Now, it's near the bottom, but I need it to go a little bit lower, so if I continue to hold the button, the shade is going to continue to travel until I release it. But if I just simply press and release the button, it's going to give me incremental movements to give me more fine-tuned positioning. All right, I'm happy with my lower limit there. I'm going to press and hold the lower limit button until the screen tells me to release it. Lower limit is now set. Now my screen reads that both limits are set and the shade's current position is at 100%. That covers setting the limits with the new motor limit tool. If you have any further questions or concerns, please contact Draper Technical Support at 1-800-238-7999 and select option 3.